So excited today about the company and the product that we're going to present to all of you on this Did You Know webinar. And thank you all for joining us today. We'll give everyone a couple minutes here as they're joining. I want to run through real quick just a couple. I'm going to set the stage for what we're going to do today. Today we are going to talk about cultivating more listings and doing that by using seller engagement marketing and specifically using a tool from Black Knight and from Homebot called Homebot. And what Homebot is Homebot is an agent branded tool that gives your past clients and your current prospects information on a regular basis. It keeps you in front of all of your customers, and it is a great way to drive listings, to secure those repeat and referral business customers. And also, it's an awesome lead conversion tool. Now, one thing today, we're going to live drive here in a minute. I have Scott Mullen with Black Knight, who he's on the phone. Scott, are you there? Are you unmuted?
Good afternoon, everyone.
All right. And we're going to go live drive in just a minute. We're not going to go through a PowerPoint because you're actually going to see this product in action. And but I want to set the stage for it a little bit. I just got over the weekend my update. It comes in every month from Homebot, and it basically told me, hey, Todd, your home went up again in value, X amount % this month. It doesn't do that every month, but this month it did. Showed me exactly how much equity I had in my home. It told me about, whether I had refinancing options, if I wanted to upgrade to a different home, what my options were. It has refinancing options, all kinds of things. But the big thing is every month, my real estate agent is right there in front of me with reminding me about the value of my home. So we're going to see that live drive here in action. Now at the end, we are going to give Homebot and Scott was so amazing with Black Knight. We really twisted their arm, and they're giving us a free demo account for 25 contacts free for every one of you that's on the webinar here today. 25 contacts free for 30 days. Now, after the 30 days, this is so inexpensive. It's just like amazing tool. So for $25 a month, you can have 500 people getting monthly updates. 35 per month, you get 1,000 contacts. If you want more than that, we can do a custom. They can do a custom agreement with you. Normally, I'm not a big proponent of I don't try to sell you products, but I want to sell you or push you to do things that really work and drive your business. And I really believe wholeheartedly in this tool. And when you see it live drive here in a second, you're going to love it. Now to register, you're going to want to go to blackknightinc.com/marketing/DNA/homebot/default.html. We're going to cut and paste and put the text in, or the register URL in the text. We'll also be putting training classes that'll come up. We have 2 different types of webinars after this that'll tell you all of the ins and outs, every little feature of Homebot. And then after you sign up too, there's really the training now. How do I use it? How do I leverage it every single month? So I don't want to go through the PowerPoint. I want to go live drive with Scott. So Scott, without any further ado, can you take back over the controls? And I want to tell you that Scott's pulling up his screen. I've worked with Scott for well over 10 years, maybe even 12 or 15. I don't even know. I have to go back and count. But Scott is one of my colleagues in the industry that I trust. He is a marketer in his past life with real estate brokerages and working with real estate agents, being a director or a VP of marketing for one of the biggest brokerages in the country. He went into the data side and is now with Black Knight, who has so much power with data and information and helping agents in that manner. So Scott, thank you for being on the webinar here today. And more importantly, thank you for the free accounts for everyone to try at the end of the event. So.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you giving us time today. And let me give you a little backdrop what Homebot is. Homebot was designed really for homeowners. And the reason they built it was they found statistics showing that 83% of homeowners, when they retire, depend on the home equity as the main source of revenue for the retirement. And only 17% had 401ks and pensions that funded it. So obviously there's a huge need for homeowners to get the most amount of equity from the house. The other thing they saw is that on average, homeowners were leaving about $100 billion on the table each month because they weren't refining when they should. They were taking out equity for the wrong reasons. You know, they're just really not good at home finance. So those two things combined left an opportunity open of how do we help owners become better owners? And that's really what we're trying to do here. But the side effect is how do we get listings for agents, right? So Homebot is really designed to help a homeowner look at their house like an asset also, right? It's of course their home, but it is an asset. It's going to go up and down in value. And with options, right, how you treat that asset, you can get more equity. And that's really what we're trying to do. And all of this is coming from the premise of your agent, right, who's out there helping you in the marketplace. So this is truly a homeowner's marketing tool. There's very few out there. Not a lot has changed in the last 10 years with sellers marketing. So that's why I found this product to be very, very exciting. So once a homeowner gets their email, like Todd did, they get a link. They click the link, and this shows up on their browser. If they're on the phone, it shows up on their phone. Everything is responsive, so it shrinks down, stacks up. It looks good on any device.
Yeah, that's one of the things, Scott, real quick, the mobile aspect of it. I find myself every month clicking on it on my mobile phone because the alert will come through, hey, your home value is just updated, is what the subject line says for me. And it usually catches my attention, and I click on it, and it's right there on my phone.
Yeah, it's about 45% of all viewing now is on mobile. So all websites need to be mobile responsive.
Hey,
Great point.
What is the open rate? You told me it's staggering.
Oh, the open rate on this email is 68% a month by homeowners. These are people in your farm, leads you got 3 years ago, never talked to, doesn't matter. 68%. The other amazing stat is our unsubscribe rate, where they actually cancel the emails, less than 2%. So that shows you they love the data, they love what we're presenting, and it's really helping them drive value in their life.
Right.
So good point. So here, let me run through the report for you real quick. So up here, this will actually be your HomeSmart logo, but more in front is going to be your picture and your contact information. This can be branded to an individual agent, or you can put in your team name if you want it to come from a team. Totally up to you and how you want to handle that. The report recently upgraded. If a customer has more than one property, they can actually click on the addresses here at the top to toggle through the different reports. So it does support more than one property, which is great, right? So first thing we show the homeowners, right? What's the estimated amount of your home, the value? So this is using our Black Knight automated value. So by comparison, Zestimates, if you look at the fine print, they're plus or minus 15% estimate on the house. So it's a wide range. Our value is around 5%. So you're going to find this value to be a lot tighter and closer than what's out there in other websites. But our automated value is perfect? Absolutely not, right? It's an estimate based on limited data. And knowing this, how Homebot positions it is what's critical. We'll say this is an estimate, and we also tell them it's not verified yet in red, because what we want the homeowner to do is to verify the amount. When the homeowner clicks this, we ask them 3 questions, and then they hit OK. At that point, you, the agent, get a text and an email from Homebot asking you to go deliver a CMA. We want them talking to you, the local expert, not an automated value. So let's continue this.
Using that example, let's say that a home across the street for me the other day sold for $685, and my verification comes through here like this, or the alert, and says $665, and I'm like, hey, I think it might be a little bit higher. So I'm like, right, I want to verify it, right? So
yeah, it could be that, or maybe I'm thinking of selling and I really need to start looking at it. It can be any number of triggers will make that happen. Right. Or just, I want to know how much equity I have. What's in my, what's in my piggy bank, so to speak.
Right. Love it.
Yeah. So you go out, you do your CMA, and during the course of that discussion, you're going to tell the homeowner, based on the upgrade to your house, recent comps, I would actually list your house today for $700,000. So what makes Homebot unique is I'm going to go into the client record, so I'm going to change screens. This new screen is not visible to the customer, just you, the agent, and you can override that automated value. So here I can go in and put in my list price of 700,000 and hit save. That'll be the new value that comes on the report going forward. And we also put a pin marker showing that you reset the value. So this is reinforcing you as the local expert, what the list price is going to be, the person you go back to if you have any questions, all the positioning you need as an agent. And we'll also make sure this number doesn't go stale. If the home appreciates, let's say 1% next month, we'll add that $7,000 to your price so it stays relevant over time. So this is unique, right? Tools that use automated free values or automated values, you don't get to update those, right? You're at the mercy of whatever score shows. We took a different tack. We want them to come to you. We absolutely want you to refresh the number to make it more accurate based on your walkthrough, and it's just reinforcing you as a local expert. So to show you what happens, I'll switch to my other property here. Here I can see my agent reset my value back in October 2017. So we'll bookmark it here, showing branding, again, you as the local expert, and then when you verify it. And then they always have the option to re-verify again. So I think it's a great call to action.
Love that.
All right. On the left here, we'll also show the homeowners their current mortgages. So Black Knight, we get all the data in America. So we have 99% coverage on everyone's home. We also have their deed information. We know who, the banks are, what their interest rates, all that good stuff. So we do show them here. Let's say they refied yesterday and they want to make a change. We do give them the ability to edit, so they could change their interest rates, even what type of loan they're on. And we use this data to do all the amortization in the system, and I'll cover that later. All right, so now that we have value, either you set it or it's automated value. We know their loans, we've done the amortization, we show them the thing the homeowners want to see, but no one shows them. How much equity do you have? So this homeowner has $337,000 worth of equity. And it's not a dumb number. It's going to take every month their loan payment and apply the amount that actually paid down the principal of their loan. So this is a gross number. It doesn't take into account if I sell today after closing costs. This is what you can tap into today. We do show closing costs later, but not in this section. So just this section alone, you're giving more information you're going to find on Zillow, anywhere else out there, right? And they love to see, right, how much they can tap into. It's wealth, it's wealth, right? It's part of their wealth.
Right.
All right. So let's go into the next section. So this is informational. We got to educate the homeowners. On your existing loan, you've paid $35,000 towards principal, and you also paid $116,000 in interest. It adds up. So in the report, green is good, red is bad. Then what we show the homeowner is, if you were to refi today, is there a way for you to save money? So this home has a 5.5 fixed, right? Interest rates went down, thank God. So they have opportunity, right? Maybe they're thinking of a 30. Well, we'll show them there's a little bit of bad, but a lot of good, right? The bad part is, even if you refi, you'll pay an extra $4,200 in interest to the bank, but your payment is going to go down $410. So great upside. Maybe a 25 years better. You save $42,000 in interest to the bank. That's money in their pocket, and your payment goes down. Or if you want to get aggressive, you got a 15 where you'll save a college tuition. But it is a shorter term loan, so the payment's going to go up. So we're not trying to push them into refi, but we do want to show them, is there a way for you to save money? So like a 25 year, they're saving all around. That's building wealth. It's a better option for them to save money. And that's what we're trying to do. Right. And then if anyone has any questions, they hit learn more at the bottom of each section, where we talk about refi. And then if they have any questions, those will go to you. So there's two options here. If you want to take the call, great. And the question I get is, why would I want to call from a homeowner in my farm who wants to refi? And there's two answers to it. Number one, engagement. How's it going? How's the house? How's the family? Are you looking to make a move in the next year or two? No. Option number two is do your referral. Great. I work with 2 lenders. They will call you today and help you with everything you need. So you're reinforcing them and showing them a new level of service, keeping the relationship going, and any engagement's good engagement with homeowners. So that's the opportunity.
I love that, Scott. I love that right there. The whole thing about just talking to your customers as often as possible, and especially just one-on-one. You're not talking to them via email. You're not talking to them via text. You're actually live talking to them. So I love that they would reach out.
Absolutely, and they do. They do. Anyway, people love to save money. It's a good thing.
Yep.
And you're driving value because you delivered that information to them. So you win either way.
Yep.
Now, Homebot does have the option where you can work with your lender as well. So if you have your favorite loan officer and that loan officer joins Homebot, you and your loan officer can co-brand in the system. You both agree to work together. When you do that, in this section where it pertains to refi, we would show your loan officer's information here and not yours. So that is absolutely an option. Works for some agents. Other agents want to take the call themselves and refer it out. Whatever works for you, we can support either way.
Okay.
All right. So this section, I love this. So great informational, right? Everyone knows it's good to pay a little bit extra towards the principal each month, but we never realize how good it is. So this tool allows the homeowner to pick an amount they feel they can pay towards their principal each month consistently. So let's say, I'm going to spend an extra $400 to pay my loan off early. If I do that, don't have to refi, I save $77,000 in interest payments to the bank, and I pay my loan off 7 years early. And I'm building equity even faster, right, helping them out. So all great things.
Hang on real quick. I actually spent 15 minutes, it was 3 months ago. It wasn't in preparation of the call. It was, I got the alert, came through. This was the part that really intrigued me. And I spent 15 minutes playing with different amounts and, what I could do in the next, year by paying a little bit extra. It was really informative for me.
I agree. I purposely haven't shown my wife this part of the report yet because that'll be less electronic gadgets for me, but she'll discover one day. But anyway, it's great, right? It's not, it's a great service. It's building knowledge, all the great things, saving money. And again, anyone has any questions, those calls will go to you, giving you that chance to engage and help them out.
Right.
All right. So this section is the one that I love for agents. This is all about creating transactions for you. So what we show the homeowners, you have 4 opportunities with your house right now, right? Maybe you want to buy an investment property. So they can click on this to learn how. So here we'll say, okay, you have $370,000 in equity. Take out $157,000 equity. That will give you 30% down payment on a house worth $525,000. So they have the means to do it. We'll show them what the loan looks like, advise them to a tax advisor, make sure, remind them, use that rental income to pay off the mortgage, and then do you want to be a landlord or should you hire a property manager? All topical things, but showing them a pathway to get there. Or maybe I want to buy my dream house, right? 7 years ago when I bought my house, I couldn't afford the house I really wanted across town, but now I can. So we'll show them here, okay, after you sell, you will net $310 because we take into account 7% commission and closing fees. That gives you 20% down payment on a house worth up to 1.5. So they may not want a house 1.5, but maybe they want that $900,000 house, right, to get in the place they really wanted to or go in the school district they want. And we try to show them a way to do it. So all 4 of these are great. 3 of these will create a list. Actually, all 4 create a listing opportunity for you. And 3 of them will also bring in a buy opportunity because they'll have to buy another house or an investment property.
How does that rent a home and buy another? Do they actually know like the rents in the area and all of that? Like how does that rent?
We do.
Okay.
We do. I'll show you that. So we actually show the rents, but it's really the call to action is, I got a lot of equity. I like the house, but I want to turn it into a rental property. So we'll show them the pathway to, taking out equity, buying your second house, renting out your existing one, just moving up by keeping 2 properties. A lot of people do it.
Right.
Yeah. So, but this is all based on the mortgage. Now, of course, they need to get pre-qualified for all of this. That will happen. But what we're trying to do is put the thought in their mind, what options do I have? And then getting them to you to explore those options to help them out as, real estate professional would.
Right.
All right. This section's new. So we know homeowners aren't great at using their equity. So we give them some ideas, right? What are good ideas? What are bad ideas? What are green, orange, and red? So first idea, love it. Create an emergency fund. Every homeowner should do this. Open an equity line of credit. So if you need cash at any point in time, you have a fund to tap into. Great solid advice to any homeowner, right? Or do I want to make home improvements? So we'll show them absolutely, but there's home improvements that create high value. You get your ROI, and then there's improvements that you may not get your, sales value you were expecting on that. And then my favorite, should I take out equity and splurge it on a European vacation? Absolutely not, right? Use that to eliminate credit card debt, build livable space, things that will add value, save you money. So we really take an honest approach and a little bit of guidance. Don't go buy the boat. Don't go buy the car you can't afford. Use this money wisely. And that's really what the section tries to do. All right. And then here, what's loading up is the actual rent. Now, what it's going to show, and sorry, this is calling an API, so it takes a second. What this is going to show is short-term rentals. What can I rent my house for on an Airbnb or a VRBO? So let's say I live in Scottsdale, right? It's a vacation, area. People come in all the time and want to stay there. And instead of, taking out equity to go to Europe, why don't I rent my house while I'm gone so I can get a little bit of revenue? So here the homeowner can adjust, I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks this winter. I got kind of a fancy house, and it will actually look up local homes for rent in your area and show you what those rental rates go for. So good information. It's a possibility for, most homeowners out there if they're comfortable with it. And then if they want more questions, they can link to both websites to look at other rentals. We also advise them, make sure you check with the city, any zoning, any HOA issues. But if they have any questions, it goes to you. So you can either do the lease agreement or, refer to a property manager, whatever you choose to do. So it just brings in a little more wealth of information. So what we've seen here is a lot of information presented by the agent, and a lot more than you normally would. But again, agents are the local professionals. We're the home ownership experts. You're the people they turn to. And now you're showing them a very wide view of what you can do with your house to improve your life. So while we're bringing in mortgage data, while we're bringing in rents, it all fits the narrative of me helping you become a better owner, a smarter owner, saving money. And really, at the end of the day, it's all about keeping you top of mind so when they're ready to sell, you get that call. And that's really what the system does very, very well. Now, my favorite widget is at the bottom. This is actually asking homeowners to refer their friends and family. So I know first person I signed up, of course, was my mom. So all I have to do is type in her name and email, hit send invite. When she signs up, that lead goes to you, the agent. So the net effect is we're going to be getting referrals from your clients and sending them to you. And when those referrals refer their friends, it just went viral. So got some great lead gen here. People love to share when they have something they like, and that's what we see here in the system. All right, and then a little bit of branding here at the bottom. All right, Todd, anything you want to cover before I go to the real quick on the back end?
No, love to see the back end. I guess my big thing is I think that's why you guys made it so inexpensive on the end is because the clients are going to be referring them out, right, to their friends, family, etc.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. So a couple things are on the back end. How do I get clients in? You can add them in one at a time. We only need 3 pieces of information: name, email, home address. That's all we need. We don't ask for more than we need. So you can, of course, add them in one at a time. If you have a large database somewhere, export it to Excel, send us the file. We will upload your clients for you and send the reports out automatically. I highly recommend that to kickstart it. Right. If anyone belongs to the Paragon MLS system, you can add your clients right through Paragon. So those are really the 3 options, but I highly recommend doing the import. Let us do it for you. How do you market this, right? What's your day-to-day, tools you can use? So we got a couple here. So number 1, everyone gets a personal landing page. So you'll have a URL that you can copy, link to your website. You can use it in a lot of different ways, and it looks like this. So your picture, your contact information, a little slideshow, phone numbers are at the bottom, but it's a simple page. Homeowner can put in their name, email, home address, sign up, you get the lead, report starts going out. Very, very, very simple.
So Scott, real quick, if I own my own URL, like if I say toddsumneyopenhouses.com or something like that, could I make that point to this page, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so this to me is a perfect page to use on open houses. You know, when you're working with open houses, you have buyers and sellers coming through. You know, you could talk with a buyer about how, you know, if you go on to, you know, sign up real quick, we can have a report sent to you that'll tell you about your equity and how you can use that equity, you know, toward this home, or, you know, just a great way to capture people's information. Fellow neighbors come through. It's a great way to get them, you know, to put their information in so they get information, you get more listings. I don't know. Do you agree with me, first off?
Yeah, I agree. It's funny you mention that. Agents are starting to use this page as their open house registration. So they'll have this up on a tablet, iPad, or their phone, and they say, thanks for coming to my open house. Please fill out your information here to register. And as a free giveaway, I'm going to send you a monthly home wealth report showing you all this great information. So it does everything. It captures the lead. It has a marketing program that goes out that's open up 68% of the time. And yes, by capturing those neighbors who come in because they're curious, you're putting a great foothold into that farm area.
Right. I love that. And for all of you that are on the webinar, you know, we just got finished doing the you know, the winning listings and the open house business builders 2 in a row, one after another. And that's why we chose Homebot, you know, to follow up the 4 weeks in a row of open houses, because I think this is perfect for all of you to use on your open houses.
Yep, great. Right. All right. Also, there's something new. It's coming in later this week. There's going to be a new one called a widget. So basically, you're going to have a piece of code you can copy and paste, and you can put it on your website, maybe your homepage, wherever you want to put it. And what it does, it creates a box where you can put what is your home worth, just like Zillow and everyone else. A homeowner can type in their address, hit check, a pop-up will come up, which shows them part of the Homebot report. Oh, that's not a good one. Let me try a different one. I picked the wrong one. So the Homebot report comes up. It shows them the automated value, the trends. But as I go down, everything's blurred and locked, right? So to unlock the report, you can have this free report to you monthly. Give us your email address. Right. Once you put that in and hit go, you then verify the name, and then you hit send report. We've now captured the lead that goes to you. They get their report automatically, and it's providing a lot more wealth of information to capture those seller leads right off your website.
Scott, go back real quick. I'm going to capture a screenshot real quick of the blurred. Yeah.
This one?
Oh, but scroll down. I want to catch the blurred. I want to do a little follow-up recap right there. Right there, right? Yeah, I just want to see it there. All right, that's awesome. I love that everything is, you know, they can see a little bit, but the rest of it's blurred, and it makes them want to engage with you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is coming out. It's part of the program. It's an upgrade. Don't have to pay extra, but this is coming out later this week. Okay. And then lastly, social networks, right? Everyone's got to market on social networks. So Homebot's actually created 3 social media posts for you. So all you have to do is click on Facebook. A window pops up so you can log in. I can't do it because Black Knight blocks social networks, but it builds the ad, builds an image, call to action. All you have to do is hit post. Very simple, takes 2 minutes start to finish. And anyone who registers or clicks on that post, they'll land on your landing page to register and sign up. Very, very simple.
I love that landing page. That's awesome.
Yeah. Now, as far as, you know, got my clients in, how do I monitor them? So the one part I love on the back end that I really tell every agent, we do this in our trainings, you got to come here a couple times a week. Come to your activity. Well, 2 things. Let me back up. I talked about leads. You got leads from your landing page, leads from your widget, referral leads coming in from the report. All of those are summarized here in leads. So here you can see I've had my Homebot account for about 18 months. I'm just going to scroll down and show you the leads I've gotten. So here, your lead page came into my landing page. You can see client referrals, and I'll keep scrolling. All new leads came to me. And then at the very bottom, my lead widget.
Right.
Oh, I'm not there yet. Sorry, I got more leads. There we go. So here I can see my lead gen widget. So you can see here, I've gotten close to 100 leads. I'm not an agent. I have people who are using it, agents and other people, but they're referring their friends and family or coworkers. You get the exact same experience. It's just great lead gen. But the place, and I got to go back up. The other section is the activity section, and this is a salesperson is the one I love, right? It shows me in the past 30 days, I've sent out 182 emails. They've been opened 163 times. That's better than 68%. And I've gotten 4 CMA requests from clients, which is awesome.
Right.
And then I can go through and see up to the minute who's done what. Susan just opened it. I have to ignore that. Sorry about the pop-up. Shannon, I can go through and see all my clients are active. Like, see, Carol opened it up 2 times over the weekend, right? Haven't talked to Carol. Maybe I want to give her a call. So it's about showing you the opportunity of what they want to do and giving you the opportunity to call them, right? If I want to call Carol, all I have to do is click on her name, dial the phone, and as the phone's ringing, I can hit preview report as an agent and see her report. So when they're on the phone, if they have any questions, I can answer them and see the same thing they see. But maybe they didn't have a question, right? Take the opportunity. Say, hey, Carol, I noticed the value in your house is $716. It's an estimate. How about I come over Saturday? Let me run a quick CMA. Let's do a walkthrough. Let's update that to the current market price. Anything you could do to get in the house.
Right. Hey, Scott, real quick, one quick question. Can an agent change the black background to be white or something easier on the eyes?
Sorry, no. That's the most common question I get. No, the reason, it's because it uses a lot of greens, reds, or just those colors pop better on a darker background. But I understand the stigma of a dark background.
Right. Well, and I was, for me, one thing that's really interesting is I'm on a lot of different apps, a lot of different websites. And the one thing for me using Homebot is this is uniquely different. Like, it's almost part of your identity to me. I know I'm on Homebot. I don't know how to explain it. It's just the black. I've become accustomed to the black, and it's unique, and it makes you stand out, makes me want to engage with you versus just being like everyone else. So
yeah, it does. It does. The consumer doesn't mind at all. If they mind, we wouldn't have a 60% open rate or 2% unsubscribe rate.
Yeah, and actually, it looks great on the phone. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it does.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I think that's a big nutshell. But again, we're going to be giving you guys, Todd's going to be posting our webinars. Definitely come. If you sign up for the free trial, definitely do training. We'll give you training guides, step-by-step instructions, how to use all the tools I covered today. But really, if you're going to do it, just do yourself a favor, load yourself as your first client so you can experience it and feel it. But put in some clients in there, ask for feedback, see what they think before you make a decision. But you got to put someone in the trial to really see results.
You do. Scott, real quick, can you go back to the client page? There was one thing I meant to ask you when you were back on the client page, and then I have a couple questions coming through on the text. Okay, so are you on the page? The page, the consumer page.
The report itself?
Yeah, go back to the report itself.
Okay.
There was when you were on one of the reports, there's something I saw at the top of the screen. There was something called a buyer report.
Yeah.
What's that?
The buyer's report is something you get if you co-brand with a loan officer. So It's only available through that. What it basically is, and I think I have one here, it's a market report. It shows them what their price point is. Either you or the customer puts in zip codes they're looking to buy, and it was color-coded at the buyer or seller's market. A lot of the same call to actions. Do you need to get a loan? Do you need to pre-qual? How long it takes to close escrow? This is, I think, the most valuable part. It shows you how your purchasing power will change with interest rate changes. So when interest rates went up, my 450 shrank to 421. Right now it's 450. So I think this is a great graph to push buyers to buy before rates go up.
Okay, so then that leads into one of the questions. One of the questions was, what is the lender cost to join Homebot? How do you set that up to work with a lender?
You can have your lenders call us. We will have Homebot deal with them directly. The lender cost is significantly more, and there's a lot of reasons for it.
But
The
that's
lender
being
costs
paid for, but that's being paid for by the lender, not the agent.
that, yeah, exactly. You don't pay anything extra. Your lender will sign up on their own. They will pay their dues. They have to pay a monthly, but they also have a per agent cost because it rests a lot.
Right.
If you both are co-marketing, you both have to pay into it.
Right.
So, but yes, they can definitely, we'll get them signed up with Homebot directly.
But if I am working with a lender and they get excited about this tool and they want to do that, then we can connect the two together. So we are working together then as a team, right?
Yeah, absolutely can. So in here, there's at the top of it, there's a co-sponsor tab at the very top when I go back into the client section. And there, like right here, I can send my lender an invite. They'll hit OK, and you're immediately co-branded. It's very simple.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So real quick, to everyone, we added the registration link in the text chat here on the webinar. So it's right there at the bottom, blackknightinc.com/marketing/ or MKTG /DNA, etc. So if agents click on that, that's how they can get signed up for their free account that has the 25 that they can put 25 names into it free, send it out to 25 people and just see the reaction that they get, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's a form on the right-hand side of the page. Just fill it out, office name, make sure you put HomeSmart. We need to know it's you. And then we will then create your account. You get a welcome letter from Homebot with a link to click in.
Right.
We'll also send you information, how to get started, more service-oriented. Make sure you're doing this, doing that to get the most out of your trial. And then, you know, if you want to sign up at any point, we have representatives to help you.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. I did get one question real quick. I know it's supposed to be private, but I'm going to read it out loud anyway. Is this available to all HomeSmart agents or only certain HomeSmart brokerages? This is available to all HomeSmart agents. And so it is not only available to certain brokerages, it's available to everyone. So someone's saying I don't see the link. Let me hit paste. I hit send. That's in the Q&A. So now it's in both the Q&A and in the chat. But yeah, this is available to every HomeSmart agent. Now let's go over training. Scott, real quick, I'm going to take it back. I'm going to take back control.
All right.
PowerPoint here. Hit share. Okay. All right. So as we said, the 25 free contacts for 30 days. I know from how much I used it, how much I shared around. I mean, I love this tool. So it is something to mention, by the way, it's a month-to-month. Is that correct? And you're also waiving a setup fee?
Correct. Month-to-month, no long-term agreements.
Month-to-month, no long-term agreements. So it's just they believe so much in the value of this that you're going to want to continue to use it. The way that I always look at ROI and marketing investment, average listing of, let's say it's a $225,000 home, I think 3% is right around $6,900 or $7,000. So, you know, $25 a month, what is that? $300 a year to make $7,000 if I get one listing. If I get one buyer, and with the way people refer and share, that's why, again, I can't urge you all enough. Our goal at HomeSmart for doing these webinars is to get you to do more transactions and to make sure that if you are investing money in marketing, you're doing it very wisely. And I just think that this is so amazing and so wise to do. Scott, I'm going to flip through a couple other slides, but can you tell them about, there's HomeSmart agents already using this right now that are just loving it and don't want anybody else to know about it. It's like they want it to be their best kept secret, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the name of the game is we're just launching this out. So get it. You want to be first. You want to sign a homeowner first, right? That's what you want to do. So
Right.
Get out there, flood the market. The other thing I'll add, this has nationwide coverage. We have nationwide coverage for AVMs and their mortgage data. So it doesn't matter if you're in Phoenix and you got snowbirds coming in and they live in Minnesota, you can sign up both houses.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yep.
That is awesome. And that ties right into our referral network too. If you need it on, they want to sell in Minnesota, move here, you can now help with both sides of that transaction. I just love that. Real quick, webinars. Okay. So up on the screen, what do we have? We have 9 webinars there. May 3rd, May 7th, May 9th, May 13th, May 15th, May 21st, May 24th, May 28th, May 30th. Most start times, they're 9 or 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are going to, somebody wants me to go back to the registration link, I will. And real quick, but that is like 9 registration to go to webinars to find out more details and features of the product. This right, real quick, this is where you go register. Let me cut and paste that again for someone. Get my mouse to work over here. It's not letting Ron. It's not letting me type it in to you real quick on the Q of A. So maybe one of the other, maybe agent services can help paste that in for you real quick. But once you sign up for the class, then we do have 2 specific training webinars or sign up to use the tool that are really going to dig in if you want help getting set up, or if you have questions, really want to unleash all the firepower that this has. So Homebot training webinars Wednesday, May 8th at 12 noon Pacific Standard, and Wednesday, May 22nd, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard. So my thing again, if I were to summarize what we talked about today, just huge opportunity for all of you just to build wealth, help your customers build wealth, help you get more transactions. My 2 things that I love the most are just the free accounts and signing up and trying to use it. And then actually I would import as many people in my sphere. I would import a lot. I don't want to say the entire thing, but I would import a lot. And because I just think I know how well it engages people 70%, 68% of the time. Second thing though, open houses. We just did a whole session. I just spent the last week in Northern California training on open houses and winning listings and how to go out there and really create business for yourself. This is a great way. Have that as an open house screen with that landing page. Scott, can you use that landing page on direct mail pieces, on text marketing, on other things as well?
Yeah, you do what you traditionally do. You use QR codes. Have the QR code point to that website, so when they scan it, it pops right up.
Right. Awesome.
Or if you buy a domain, if you have your own personal domain and point it to the page, that works too.
All right. One question, does the agent see the value before the client receives anything?
No. So we need to get their name, email address in. We send them an email. As soon as they open it and receive it, then you start seeing everything. But you do get the social media posts you can do before you sign up a client. You got the landing page. You're going to have the widget to help do lead gen. But you're right. I mean, if you want to see results, we got to put some clients in there.
Right. I love the social media aspect of this too. I just think that agents could be posting this on Instagram. Are agents doing that? Posting it on Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, we give you 3 different calls to action. So use a different one each week and then start it over again. Rotate them through. Just keep using them.
Right. So you guys actually give them the different calls to action, social posts. That was in that.
They're built in. Yep. They're all built in.
Okay. All right. So real quick, everyone. So it's 11:45. We've had a great session today. I'm sitting here watching the chat, watching the Q&A. Are there any other questions or anything that you want to ask Scott? Scott's been in this industry so long. He's a wealth of knowledge. If you have any questions right now, it's perfect time to ask. Scott, thank you so much for joining us here today and for doing this. I love it. I really appreciate giving us the free accounts to try it out. But more importantly, you guys are going to love it. I just hope you sign up and use this product and use it on a regular basis. So any other questions here? I got a couple thank yous, Scott, coming your way. So they love it. They think it's useful information. Appreciate you doing this.
Great. Thanks, everyone, for your time. And I really appreciate the opportunity.
All right. Yeah, I'm watching. No more questions coming through. So, Scott, thank you. Really appreciate you. And tell Chip and the rest of the team over there I said hello as well. And just onward and upward for all of you HomeSmart agents. Please give this a try. Attend the webinars for that Homebot, the dates that we put up. We are going to send it out in follow-up email to all of you that registered. We will post it on Facebook and get some communications out. Hope you all get much success from doing this. Weave this into your open houses and out into winning listings. I'm Todd Sumney, the Chief Industry Officer for HomeSmart International. I thank all of you for joining us today. Be on the lookout for additional webinars in the future with the rest of our marketing sponsors here. Thank you to all our sponsors for helping us with all of this, including Black Knight, who's right there on that sponsor screen. So, Scott, thank you again.
All right, thank you, everyone. Have a great week.
All right, take care, everyone. I'll see you soon.